Hello out there, my name is Benjamin and I welcome you to the world of designing using Adobe Photoshop with Blackbench Solutions. So in this video and the series of videos to come, I will be showing you everything you need to know about Photoshop, starting rightly from the beginner's level, that is to say from the basic level to the advanced level. But before we begin, thank you so much for clicking this video. If you are new here, kindly comment, share, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to check the bell icon so as to be notified whenever we release our new videos. With this being said and done, why don't you come along with me and I'll show you the best and easiest way to make beautiful design works using Adobe Photoshop. Thank you so much for joining me once again. In today's lesson, we will be talking about working with the text tool. So anything that has to do with the text tool, we will tackle it in this video. So make sure to stay tuned and let's get started. First of all, if you want to type anything onto your canvas area in here, working space in here, you would first of all have to select the text tool. The shortcut key for selecting the text tool is T, not Ctrl T, but T. So amongst the list of all the tools in here, this is the T here. Select the horizontal type tool. So after you have that type tool selected, bring your cursor in any part of the canvas area, click any portion and start typing. My name is Benjamin. That is what I typed. After typing, make sure you select the move tool. Remember what happened? Whilst we were typing, we had the type tool option menu inside here. With this, we can name, that is the font type or the font name. So we can choose a name here. So any of the names that you have in here, you can select it. So let's say we select a name called, a font type called Obelix Pro. That before the action takes place, make sure you've selected the text that you've already typed. So we've selected our text, then we would look for the Obelix Pro. Where is Obelix Pro? That's Obelix Pro. Then we select Obelix Pro. That is for the Obelix Pro. So we've been able to change the font type. Now we can increase the font size in here. We can click down the drop down arrow and we can increase the font size. Notice the action didn't take place. What happened is that for the action to take place, make sure you've selected all the text, and let's redo that again and we can increase or decrease the font size. So 24 is okay. We can align this. It is already aligned to the left. We can align this center and we can align this to the right. We can as well change the color from this color to white color. We can change this to black and any color that we want to change it to. So when you are done, just click OK and we've been able to change the color. In here contains the option for the character panel. So with the character panel, we can make modifications to this text. So if we are done with all of the things in here, let's click the correct icon and after let's click on the move tool. So with our move tool, we can hold the object or we can hold the text and move it to any portion of the canvas size or canvas area that we want it to be. Notice one thing: when our text was selected, after we were done typing, done with everything, I asked you to click the correct or the check icon here, and you could notice that still we are having our text tool selected. So in case you want to retype again, if you are done typing the first text and you are going to type in again, then I'll urge you to go in for the correct tool, as in the check tool that came here, the check tool that came in here. So you can select elsewhere and type anything that you want again. You are done, click the check tool again, type. But if you don't want to type anything again, you are done typing, all you have to do is just come in here and select the move tool, and we are done. We wouldn't type in anything again. So all you have to do is just come, select the text that you want to move, and move it freely to any place of the canvas size that you want it to be. Also, make sure your auto select option is checked in here. If it is unchecked, please make sure to check it, because that will allow you to freely select any of the text to move them up and down anywhere you want it to be. Remember, whilst our text tool was selected, we had the options where we can make modifications to our text in here. But what if our text tool or our type tool is not selected? Should we always have the type tool selected so as to be able to make modification to the text? No. What if our type tool is not selected? And this leads us to the character panel. In our panel in here, I have my character panel here. You see there is an A. This is the character panel. Now if you can't see yours, or if you can't find yours in there, just go to the Windows tab, come to the Windows tab in here, and look out for character. So this is our character. Click on it, and this you would have it docked onto your panel as the character panel. Among these panels, all the options here affects the operation of the text. So we are going to use the options listed in here to make changes or modifications to our text in here. First of all, let's change the font type. So we have a font type like this. So we've changed the font type to OCRA extended. We've changed the font type. We can as well change the font size in here. We've changed the font size to 30. We can as well change the font color in here to any color of our choice. Just click the color that you prefer and use the cursor to drag up, down, left, right to select the color that you think you are okay with. When you're done, click OK. Now you can see we have other options beneath in here. Let's take them one after the other and see what each of them does. The first one is the Fox bold. This one boldens your text. When I clicked, you can see that that's boldened it, and that is the work of the Fox bold. And the same thing applies to the italic. When I click, look at the difference. And with this is the caps. It turns your text to cap. It turns everything to caps, and that is it. So you can turn everything to caps. Look at how this works. Just click on it and you could see how this works. If you are okay with it, you can go with it as well. And this is the superscript, and this is the subscript. The superscript goes with, in case we want to have a text like, let me select the text tool and let's have this two text in here. We have a text like third, and let's retype in another text in here again as H2 Oh. When we are done typing, just hit on the move to, or that is it. So with the superscript, we can apply a superscript to this text. So to apply the superscript, make sure you've selected the text that you want to apply the superscript to. With our text tool selected, make sure it changes from this box-like type to a singular type this way. Then you can click to make edit to it. So we want to change the RD to superscript. So we can just select that too and go and select superscript, and we have the RD selected as superscript. We will do same for the H2O. We want to make the 2 subscript, so select the 2 and choose the subscript here, and we have the H2O like this. So that is very simple to work around with. And let's select our move to, and let's get back to our my name is Benjamin, and we can underline the text with the underline tool in here, and we can cross this with the strike through. That is I mean, that is very nice. And when you come in here, this is used for spacing of the text, so we can increase the size by typing in any size percentage we want. In this is actually 100%, so we're going to type 200% and hit enter, and that is for the let me say scaling of the image. Scaling of the image, I said early on that spacing, that is on the spacing, but we are scaling the image, as in dragging the image vertically. That is the work, and this also drags the image horizontally. So let's change this to 200 as well and hit enter, and that is the work of that option as well in here. But by default this is set to 100, so make sure you don't touch this. Always make sure it's set to its default value, which is 100%. Always make sure it is set to 100%. Sorry, that is, so make sure it is always set to 100%. Don't make changes to this. However, we can make changes to this. This has to do with the space that exists between the text horizontally. So starting from the space M, the space Y, the space N, the space A, the space M, the space E. So the more you go to the minus side, then you are decreasing the space that exists between these text, and the more you go to the positive side, then you are increasing the space that exists between the text. So that is the work of the this tool. So instead of typing the exact dimension in here, you can bring your cursor here as well, like this. Just left click and drag to your right side by increasing the space that exists horizontally between the text, or drag to the left side to decrease the space that exists between them. So that is how to increase or decrease the space. You can as well bring down the drop down arrow key to select the figures that are over there. This one has to do with the line spacing. Always make sure you set it to auto. That has to do with the line spacing. Let's do a practice on that and let's see how that also works. So with our cursor tool selected, let's hit enter to go to the next line, and let's just type something. Okay, so when we are done typing, let's hit enter, and this is the, so we can choose to increase the space that exists between the first line, second line, third line, and the fourth line. So that is the work, that is how it works. So let me increase the size to 18, and you can see that with the 18 the size has it is closer to each other. They are very clumpy, and the lower the size, you will see that the nearer it comes to each other, and the bigger the size, you can see that the wider it goes away from each other. So you can use this to scale your text, scale them how you like it, and that works perfectly well. That will work perfectly well for you. But if you don't want to work or change anything, just make sure you leave it on auto as how it is, and by default it assigns the spacing that exists between them. What about the paragraph tab? We can select the paragraph tab as well, like this, and we can choose the alignment, whether center, right alignment, or left alignment. So we have this text in here, and that is very nice. But what if we want to select this 1, 2, 3 text and make sure we align everything to be on the left side? So we align all at the left side. How do we do that? First of all, make sure you select all the layers from your layers panel. So with the first layer selected, let's select the second one by holding the control key on our layers, on our keyboard, sorry, and select all the layers that we want to select. After, you will see that in the option box we have some options in here that you can work with. So in here we have this to be the right alignment and left alignment, bottom alignment, top alignment, and vertical centers. And so let's first of all align this to the left, everything to the left side. So you can see that everything has moved to the left side of the image. Sorry, did I say image? Sorry. All the text is aligned to the left side. We can align them to the right side as well, and we can center align them, everything aligned at the center. We can as well, this does not only works on text, it also works on shapes and images. So if you have images, or just make sure you select multiple images or multiple shapes, and this can work. These options that we treated on this text can also be used on the shapes and the images as well. What if with this text we don't like this text? Sorry, let's select my name is Benjamin, I am a boy. That is true, yes, I am a boy. We don't like the text. We went through our character panel. First of all, if you still can't find the character panel in here, just come to the windows and select character, and there you go. This is our character panel. Now you still can't find the text that you love so much in here. You can actually download the font and install the font. So the next thing we are going to talk about is downloading and installing fonts into Photoshop. So let me go to Google and type in the search DA fonts, and we will select the font, best font. That is the name of the site, DA font. DA font. So we select the first, the dafont.com. It is taking a little bit long, so let's wait a while. Okay, so we have it here. So you scroll down to look for the fonts. So we have this Beba's new, and click download, and you have the fonts downloaded for you. Scroll down to download the font. We have lemon milk. Let's say you like lemon milk, you can click on the download, and to download it, you can see there it's downloaded. We like the strawberry, sweetie strawberry too, so click download, and on your far left corner it's downloaded. Alright, so after you have the fonts downloaded, what next? So in here we have the fonts downloaded. We have the Bebas New, we have the Cream Cake, we have the Lemon Milk, we have the Sweetie, Strawberry. So what we have to do is we are going to double click to extract the file from it. So just click on extract to and click OK. We are done extracting. Just close this, and this is the folder. Double tap the folder to open it, and we have the font in here. So this is the font file OTF. These are the font file OTF and TTF. Okay, so these two files, if it is one, just click on double click on it, and a pop-up dialog appears. Click install, and you have it installed, and it is already installed. Then click OK. Let's reinstall it and see what happens if truly we've installed it. Click install, and it tells you the Bebas New regular font is already installed. Do you want to replace it? No. Alright, so then click OK. Then do the same thing to this as well, and click install. The Bebas New regular font is already installed. Do you want to replace it? No. That is it. So we are done with this one, and that is so. Let's do same step for the other font as well. That is for the Cream Cake. So extract this and OK, and close this Cream Cake. Double tap the folder and double tap this to install Cream Cake. That is it. It is already installed. Click OK, and that is it. So now we have the font installed. So let's go back onto our Photoshop application and see let's see if truly the font we installed is ready. Could you remember the font that we installed? We installed the Bebas New and the milk cream, right? So let's search it in here. Just double tap in here and let's search it. Bebas. Okay, that's it. Bebas, that is the font. So just click on it, and that is the font. Yeah, and that is the font we installed for the Bebas. And what about the other font that we installed, which is Cream Cake? So let's type cream here. Cream Cake, and that is the font we just installed, and that is it. So that is how to go about downloading and installing font into Photoshop. So that is a bit about how to go about with the text tool. If you didn't get anything clear, don't forget to send in your questions in the comment box below, and I'll be glad to answer them for you. This is where I draw the curtains to today's class. If you did enjoy, if you did learn something new in here, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and also make sure to check the bell icon so as to be the first to be notified whenever I drop in a new video. Until I come your way next time, it is still Blaben Solution, and see you in the next video.